YouTube, what it do, way out here, and today was a $630 day in under 3 minutes. It's absolutely wild, man. This strategy has changed the game for me. You know, in the past year, I've learned what I have learned in the market, right? Because you're going to learn a lot of things, man. You know, you coming onto this channel, if you're new here, number one, I am not a stock guru. I am not a financial advisor. Do not listen to my advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, you know? That's number one. Number two, this strategy has worked for me. I like it. It's simple, and like that is the best thing that I can tell any of you, man, getting into the market for just advice-wise, man, is that, you know, the simpler the strategy, the better. You know, I feel like when I first came into the market, you know, I was looking at all these different things online, you know, oh, you know, we need to do support and resistance and this and that. And while that stuff is great, right? Like that is absolutely great, and all of it can work. Every strategy that you're gonna see can work if you perfect that strategy, right? And like that's what I'm gonna tell you right at the bat. If you perfect any strategy in the market and you learn different time zones that work for you and you watch the market consistently day after day, you will learn, right? But it's going to take time. So if you came into this channel, I'm gonna be a millionaire next week. You know, I'm gonna be a millionaire next week. It's gonna take you time. I wanna give you every outline, everything I can teach you that I've learned, you know, and like I am not a professional, you know what I mean? Like I am someone who's just making some bucks on the side, you know, and eventually I'm planning on being that way. You know, like I'm planning on, it would be nice one day I know I'll be making 5K a day. One day I know I'll be making 10K a day, because this strategy, like I said, is just building me capital. That's what we need to do at first, right? It's focus on building capital, you know, getting multiple prop firm accounts and building up, getting payouts. And eventually, you know, that's what you do is you go into a live account, right? So I'm just gonna show you guys my strategy. You know, again, we're gonna see this every single day. We're gonna trade every single day. I'm gonna show you guys every day what's happening, right? The wins, the losses, etc. So what I did this morning was what I do every single day. I only trade from 9:30 in the morning until around 10:30. You know, I don't trade much more than that. I don't have a need to, personally. I don't. So what we're gonna look at, right, is the 15-minute candlestick, okay? So 9:30 a.m. till 9:45 is what we're going to look at, right? So in that 15 minutes, the market is extremely volatile. You know, you're gonna see it go up, down, side, you know, it's gonna consolidate sometime, whatever. Normally it's moving up and down very, very quick. You know, there's been different markets, you know, over the past 6 months where, yeah, it can be weird sometimes, but it moves up and down very quick. So as you guys can see, let's take a little liquidity grab up here and then poof, right? So what I do is I wait. I'm being patient. I listen to my rules, and I don't listen to my rules every day because you guys know I made videos on that. There's been days where I lose hella because I'm not listening to my rules, but listening to my rules is key, and that's what I'm trying to learn. I work, you know, one thing that's helped me a lot is just inviting God into my trades, you know, just hey, you know what, God, I really hope today's a good day. I know that what you've been teaching me, I'm gonna listen to my rules, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and, you know, working with him, it has given me so much more confidence, right? So what I do, 15-minute candle, I look for the low and the high. So we want a higher high and a lower low, all right? As simple as that. It's as simple as that. We want a higher high and a lower low. So we wait until 9:45 hits, right? When 9:45 hits, you're gonna see this candle closes out, right? And again, I need to move this down a little bit. What happened, right? I was thinking potentially at the open, right? I was thinking it was gonna come down here and head back upwards in a way, right? But because of what the market told me, right? Because of confluence, that's what we listen to. We don't listen to what our head tells us, right? And that's what your head's gonna do. And your head's go, oh, we're gonna go this way and that way. We wait for confluence. We wait for the trade to do what it's gonna do, right? And that's how we make our choices, right? So what I tell you every single day, right? We say a 5-minute closure underneath that the lower wick of the 15-minute candlestick, right? So immediately that tells me, okay, one of two things are gonna happen, right? This second candle right here is either gonna haul upwards to go head back up, or we're gonna confuse the hell out of everyone and stomp everybody out, and we're gonna head back downwards, right? So what do? I wait till it hits right about here. I put my sell order, because I knew at that point, I was watching the candle. Again, you're gonna have to develop an edge. I knew, I had a feeling, I knew exactly what I was seeing, you know, and it was going down. You know, I knew that because of the closure and the way this second candlestick was moving, I could just tell, right? So I put my sell order, I think it was like at 707.75. That's where I put my sell order. So it went out a little bit. I think I was down like $400 at first, which obviously clearly is gonna scare you. You know, and I'm being honest with you guys, it does, it scares me. I have a stop loss normally about like 1,000, somewhere around there, sometimes 800. People, what? You know, I personally, this is how I trade. You don't have to trade that way. You mean, you don't have to trade this way because this is for entertainment purposes only. That's what I like to do. You know, I'll cut my loser off. I know dang well it's going up past like 600, but I've gotten stomped out. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Do not listen to me. All right. What happened was, though, it comes up and I got out right about, I think it was like 669, 60, 68. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was around this range. I got out. I took my $630 profit for the day. It was so fast, man. Like I clicked that sell order win. I already had it set, so I didn't have to hit it or anything. It's set, I hit it, I got out right there. I could have held it and it went all the way down here, which would have been a crazy win. I probably would have been like $1,200, $1,500, I don't know. Something like that. It would have been pretty high up there. Again, I am not a professional. I don't do ticks or anything like that. I don't know what tick. I just go strategy, money. That's all I care about. I care about my strategy. I care about perfecting my strategy, and that's what you guys need to understand is like, don't go into this thinking that you're gonna like, I'm gonna make $1 million. Like I said before, like you wanna go into this, say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna learn a strategy, I'm gonna perfect that strategy, I'm gonna get as good as I can with that strategy, and I will make it with time, right? So that's your mentality. You go in and you perfect that strategy. You know, and that's why I told you guys in one of my previous videos, you guys can go watch. I gave you guys step by step on, you know, the mistakes that I wish I'd learned, right? Which is number one, doing demo. Do your demo account at first, man. You know, like you have to learn the strategy before you go and just, you know, go into prop firms or anything like that. You know, and I have given you a list of that on my other videos. But if you are curious, you know, prop firm wise, My Funded Futures, Top Step is very good as well. I've used that. You don't want to be doing that if you do not have your strategy down. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you want to go into this and you're like, Al, I want to start making money. I know you're an entertainment guru. You're not an actual guru, but you know, I want to get into this. That's what you do, man. You go on demo and you practice. You practice over and over again, you know, day by day, 9:30 to 10, practice it. You know, after 3-4 months, see what happens. You know, I mean, if you're in profitability for 3 months straight, that's a really good sign. If you're in profitability for 6 months straight, that's even a better sign, right? And that's the thing is I want you guys to understand this is a long haul game. You're not gonna be rich in a month. You're not gonna be rich in 2 months unless that's what the Lord's will is for you. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's gonna take you time, and that's okay, you know, because with time, you're gonna become a multimillionaire. With time, you're gonna make so much damn money, you're gonna retire your family. That's what you guys have to think about, right? With time, you can retire your family, and that's why every single day I wake up and I do this. And I know that with time, it could be 6 months from now. There will be days where I'm pulling in $3,000 to $5,000 a day, easily. You know what I mean? Like, once I get the hang of it, it's going to happen. I believe that wholeheartedly. So I just want you guys to understand that, like, it's a long game. But once you learn this 15-minute orb strategy or you learn any other strategy out there, you're going to make it, man. So, it did exactly what I told you guys, though. The moment it closes out underneath this on the 5-minute, you're looking really good for a down. You know what I mean? If it was the opposite, right? If it was to come up here and it made a closure above here, I would have waited for that second candle. Like I tell you guys, every single time I wait for the second 5-minute candle to see where the direction is going. Normally, if it was up here, it's going to head down a little bit to like some kind of gap area, or sometimes it would just go down a little bit and start heading back up. You know, when on the downside, as we can see, right, did the same thing, right? Comes down to about right there, closes out. This is the second candle, by the way. Comes up and hauls back downwards, right? And then it's really crazy when you go. Let's go on the 1 minute. Let's see. I don't even know where it is at this point. 1 second, un momento. Yeah, so as we can see, right, it came down, that's where I got out, but it did come back up again, right? But even if you held, right, if you held for a long time, and it did end up coming right back down. Like I told you guys, it comes right back down, and you would have made some serious change, man. You know, and I probably confused the heck out of that, and that's all right. Like I said, I am not no guru, but I'm just trying to show you guys what works for me, and hopefully it will work for you too, and hopefully you're gonna get on your grind and do what you need to do, homie. So make sure to smash that like button, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on this content, and I will see you guys on the next video.